Hello aspirants, I am Indumati Karthikeyan from InKar IAS Academy. Welcome to Current Affairs Part 2 of 12th November 2024. It's from Delhi edition. Mainly it's based on the climate talks open on Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan, the host of this year climate change conference COP29, has proposed to launch a new climatic fund for developing countries. Background of this climate finance negotiation, there is a, it's about the United Nations as defined climate finances as the local, national, and transnational financing drawn from the public, private, and also alternative sources of the financing that seeks to support mitigation and also the adaptation actions that will address these climatic changes. Paris Agreement mandate the current obligations for development countries is to mobilize that at least 100 billion dollar annually, which needs to be increased post 2025 as per the Paris Agreement. First, before that, we must know about the COP29. About COP29 refers to the 29th annual conference of Paris, conference of the parties of the United Nations framework on climate change. COP is the annual United Nations climate meeting held on the Baku, Azerbaijan this November 2024. It's the date 11th to 24th. Host by the Azerbaijan, and also the main objective of this COP29 is the key objective to finalize a finance agreement and also determines the amount of money from the developed countries should raise after 2025 to help developing countries combat the climate change. The conclusion of the first ever global stock trade midterm and review of the progress towards the 2015 Paris Agreement was the even key outcomes. It operationalized the laws demand fund as an entity entrusted with the operation of the financial mechanism of the convention, which would also serve the Paris Agreement. What are the issues associated with the climatic fund? That is a main important topic for our UPSC. That is a voluntary contribution. The proposed fund by Azerbaijan would rely on voluntary contribution from all oil and gas producing countries and companies are raising doubts about its effectiveness. Loss of damage fund comparison. Similar funds like the loss of damage fund created by COP27 have struggled at low pledges, making it uncertain, and also how much Azerbaijan fund will attract. I don't know. Legacy building. Azerbaijan proposal is seen as effort to leave a legacy for the legacy for COP29. Similar to initiative by previous COP presidency, quantum of CFAF, that is the proposal of CFAF indicates that the initial round of 1 billion per year by 10 countries or stakeholders. This amount is too little to contribute the fossil fuel producing countries, but to put it is in a perspective, the revenue of oil and gas companies is at the order of a trillion per year. Saudi Arabia alone has a revenue over $300 billion per year, so they can contribute more in this. General issues, mainly the difference and difference over definition. Currently, there are strong difference over even definitions of climate finance. That is the cover double counting and innovative accounting. The developing countries often complain the actual climate finance flow are much lower than the figures reported by the developed nations due to double counting practices and also neglect the adaptation. A significant portion of climate finance too directed towards that is mitigation projects, the ones to emit the reductions, and also it's adapt the project receive less than 20% of the funds. So we are having struggling in the climatic fund. That is a reason on importance of the NCQs was addressing climatic fund finance gaps. It's very much important to our climatic combat. And NCQG focus on the providing concessional finance to developing countries which need substantial resources and all the mitigation of the climate adaptation and also transforming to sustainable energy system, supporting vulnerable developing countries, emerging markets, especially small island states and also least developed countries were disproportionately affected by this climate change by setting the higher targets for the climate finance. And also the NCQG can provide the necessary resource to help these countries to build the resilience against the climate projects and climate impacts, the extreme weather and also raising the sea levels. Enhancing global climate change, the NCQG foster global cooperation in encouraging and developed countries to demonstrate the responsibility and the solidarity that leveraging the private sector investment. Public financing alone cannot meet the massive requirement for the climate action that also require the private sector investment. So if we attract private investor to climate friendly projects and also promoting the accountability and transparency, the NCQG promotes the accountability and transparency in the climate change finance by setting a clear goals and parameters to report mechanism, ensure the fund to be tracked and reach intended to the recipients. These are the main reasons behind that. What is the way forward to address three pillars of climate change to ensure that all the three pillars like climate change adaptation, mitigation and also loss of damage we are addressed adequately, and we design to support high quality climatic finance beyond the dollar amount of NCQG. The quality of the finance delivered is also very much important. High quality climate finance mechanism ensure that the funding can be more effectively and efficiently can be used, and also donor is of the new fund is required. It is essential to determining which country should contribute the new finance goals. Developed countries have suggested various indicators to assess who can be and should pay into NCQG. For example, countries' potential to contribute could be analyzed based on their ability to pay income and also historical responsibility for the climate change. Thank you.